Hey guys, what's going on? Trainer Roddy here, and welcome back to the channel. Today is the start of the new series I mentioned in yesterday's video, where I give my thoughts and reactions on the latest anime episodes. So right now, I'm just going to be making videos like this on the recent anime episodes, so anime episodes from this season. Maybe later down the road when I'm watching an older series, I'll make videos on those episodes too. Since these new episodes are coming out right now, I can watch the episodes as soon as I can, give my thoughts, and then put them in a video for you guys. My goal for this series is not to just give only my thoughts and reactions on the latest anime episodes, but also to bring up stuff from those episodes and ask you guys what you think they might mean, since I might not completely understand them. Also, with these videos, I will be putting background music, like every YouTuber does. I will put background music related to said anime. Now, for copyright reasons, I cannot put the official song and the official arrangement. So I will be putting covers made by other YouTubers on YouTube, and I will be putting their videos of that cover and their YouTube channels down in the description, so you guys can go check those amazing artists out. So today I am covering ReZero Season 2 Episode 4, because I've already seen the first 3, and it's kind of been a week since Episode 3, so there's no use of making a video on what I think, since the episode's long gone already, basically. But yeah, I will also be reading off a quote-unquote script, where I just have my thoughts typed down right here. So for this episode, I have like about a page full of thoughts that I want to talk about. Anyways, enough talk. Let's get on to my thoughts and reactions on ReZero Season 2, Episode 4. So at the end of Episode 3, we got quickly introduced to Subaru's dad, and now in the beginning of this episode, we got introduced to his mom as well, and more on his dad. His dad is very energetic, and his mom's more laid back. Also, if you look at their character designs, they're very reminiscent of Subaru, where Subaru's dad's hairstyle is basically a copy of Subaru, and Subaru's eyes come from his mom. One other thing to point out is their eyes, more specifically. So Subaru's eyes, obviously the shape is more like his mom's, and the pupils are more like his mom's. But when you look at his dads are very, very soft, very kind, and we actually see that in ReZero Season 1, after the whole, the Beast arc, where Subaru got cursed by the dog in the hand. When he saved Rem at the end, you know, when he told Rem that he'd be with her and help her out, you know, that whole scene. I'm going to show it just to clarify what I'm saying, because I'm definitely butchering it. Yeah, you could tell his eyes were definitely softened in that, and his dad just shows that he passed his soft eyes down the Subaru in some way. So the next scene I want to point out is the breakfast scene. Subaru, his dad, and his mom were eating breakfast together, and his mom gave him like a big plate of green peas. They started passing it around. Then it just became a whole gag, basically. Now, knowing anime, this could just be just a gag, but I mean peas specifically. This could symbolize something, but I can't grasp on what that symbolism is. If you guys know what it could mean, comment down below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. After Subaru finishes breakfast with all the peas, he's actually supposed to go to school. But instead he says, "No, I'm not. I'm just going to be sleeping until noon." And when he says this, he gets what I call, for this episode, his pain strike. Now, where specifically this was, it looked like it was in the heart. And knowing Subaru, since he has returned by death, definitely some witch's curse that that's on him. And then while this first pain strike happens, he goes upstairs, tries to calm it down, and then as soon as the first one calms down, he actually says that, like, he looks at the clock and he says it's too late, he can't make it to school, and he says there's no other choice. And this is when he gets his second pain strike. So initially watching, I couldn't quite understand what this meant, but after rewatching it to write my thoughts down, I kind of concluded that when he said these lines, these are almost lines that tell me that Subaru has given up. Like when he says he can't make it to school, there's no choice, there's no other choice. It's basically sounding like he's giving up. When he says he's sleeping until noon, it sounds like he's giving up. So after that, Subaru's dad barges in and asks him, is there a girl he likes? Now obviously we know who Subaru likes. It's Amelia, even though Rem best girl. But yeah, Subaru obviously. But when his dad asks him this question, he doesn't quite understand, as apparently he doesn't remember Amelia in this as of this time in the episode. Then Subaru's dad asks him if he wants to go out and have a walk. Just, father-son chat. And then during their walk, they run into an old man, and they reminisce on Subaru's dad's life, and also how the old man says that he looks like his mom due to his sharp, scary eyes. And then the old man says, "Isn't it Monday? What are you doing with your dad at this hour?" So obviously the old man is pointing out that Subaru should be at school, and that's why is he skipping? And this is when he gets his third pain strike. And what I took from this third one is that someone's pointing out that that Subaru basically gave up to going to school. How the first one he got it after he said I'm sleeping until noon. The second one he said he couldn't make it to school, there's no other choice. So this old man says he's pointing out that Subaru should be at school, and why isn't he? And then later on, Subaru ends up running away from the old man because obviously the third pain strike. Then him and his dad take a seat at a bench, and his dad points out that his face looked better today. Now, at this time in the episode, I couldn't grasp what he was meaning by that. I thought does his face look more alive today? Is it because, especially since he's in the sanctuary, is it because his face is different? Because this is the Subaru we're talking to that faced everything in season 1 and had his talk with Rem from season 1. And then this is when we're met with his fourth pain strike, when Subaru says how he can't do anything about his scary eyes, and he proceeds to say that that's how he wants it to be. This one also speaks to me, saying that he's basically just given up, and he accepts who he is. And then actually during this, he remembers Amelia, and all the memories of him and Amelia flash before his eyes. And my thoughts are that he's remembering what has driven him so far to achieve his goals in season 1. So after remembering this, he finally says to his dad that yes, there is a girl he likes, and obviously it is Amelia. Now after remembering Amelia, Subaru actually starts reflecting on his life. He thought that making everyone laugh was way better than being the best at something. To me, this meant that he wanted everyone's approval of him. He wanted everyone to acknowledge him. And he also talked about how he wanted everyone to think that he could do anything. And saying that he'd set the bar higher and higher every time he would do something before it. And in the scene with his flashback, he trips, and this could, to some people, this could mean a small thing, but you know, a lot of people that analyze anime episodes, this obviously means that he messed up. He tripped, he messed up, and after this, he looked behind them, and when he looked behind them, there was no one there. So what I grabbed from this small scene was when he tripped, he messed up. He went too far. He went too far, and then when he looked back, that meant he was looking for people to support him. But since he went so far into setting the bar higher every time and trying to get everyone's approval of him, there was no one to support him. And finally, this is when he came to the conclusion, after all his childhood experiences, that there was nothing special about him at all. And to me, this is basically a mirror of Re:Zero Season 1. Subaru, at the beginning in his life in Japan, you know, he thought he was the best at everything. He didn't think he was the best at everything, but he was good. But eventually his best became smaller and smaller compared to those around him. And then, like he said, he set the bar higher every time. He wanted people's approval. I don't know if it is approval. That's what sounds right to me. He just wanted people's attention. He wanted everyone to acknowledge him. And like what happened to him in his childhood, he tripped and he messed up. There was no one left to support him. Now in Re:Zero Season 1, it was the exact same thing. In Re:Zero Season 1, he was summoned into the world, and he thought he could start over. You obviously saw it from his attitude, from when he went to the royal selection. He was being a big butt. He made fun of Julius. Julius taught him a lesson. Like, he thought he should start over, but basically Season 1 is a reiteration of his childhood, but when he's older. I also want to point out, throughout his whole flashback, the line keeps popping up. It's called, the line is, "You're definitely his kid." I can't quite grasp the meaning to this line. I thought it meant that, like, every time, especially at the last time it said it, the last time it reiterated, "You're definitely his kid," he kind of looked sad and depressed and scared. It made me feel like he felt that he wasn't living up to the expectations of being his parents' kid. But if you have other thoughts, calm down. And then after this whole remorsing on his past life, Subaru gets axe kicked by his dad. But I found that funny. I find it funny, and I find it amazing how an episode so different from the rest of the series and just so just heartwarming and deep could also just have comedic scenes in it. So after that gag drop kick, Subaru apologizes for putting his parents through all of his rebellion and his antics. And then Subaru's dad is like, "If you feel sorry, then take the time to make it up to us." And then he also proceeds to say, "Take good care of me and your mom when we're old." Now this scene got me crying, because as soon as he said that, I already was thinking about it. Subaru was thinking about it too. We were thinking about it. We were thinking about the same thing. We were thinking about how, you know, he can't make it up to them anymore because he was summoned into this world. And then after this whole father-son talk, we have the Subaru and mom talk. Basically, same thing he talked with his mom, just on a lesser level, you know, just talking about how he's been a butt, he's messed up, and his mom also, like, tells him how she's always watching him. She's always watching him. Parent support, bro. And then as soon they walk together, right? And then they hit a crossroad. So his mom is going to the convenience store, and Subaru's heading to school. And when Subaru leaves for school, his mom says, "Take care." And this is when we get Subaru's flashback of what happened before episode 1, like right before episode 1, when Subaru left for the convenience store. His mom said, "Take care." And so now that his mom's saying it again, but this time after he's basically wiped out most all of his regrets in life, especially with his parents. This is a nice conclusion to his second life in Japan. You know, his mom saying this line again, but in a better setting after Subaru has made up with his parents. It feels way better, and it gives a nice conclusion to Subaru's life before being summoned into Lagunica. And then the ending scene of the episode, we get Subaru opening the classroom door to see the Witch of Greed. And the Witch of Greed was like, "You arrived sooner than I thought. How was revisiting your past life?" And obviously, Subaru in the next episode should say that he's happy, and say that yes, he's made up with his parents, and he feels a lot better now, and it feels like a huge weight off his shoulders. But yeah, that is basically it for ReZero Season 2 Episode 4. I thought this was an amazing episode. I really think that a lot of more isekai series should do this. And I feel like if we got this Subaru's story in Season 1, I feel like we'd sympathize with him more in Season 1. But honestly, putting it here it's still good. But yeah, like I said earlier, this episode was basically a mirror of almost a mirror of Season 1 in terms of like Subaru's internal struggles with his past life, basically being like how he acted in Season 1, but just, less intense. And him making up with his parents now to get that regret off his shoulders. And now since he came back to his past after his talk with Rem in Season 1, he is a better person, therefore he was able to make up with them. And now, basically, him heading to school was basically going back into Lagunica, finally accepting his past life, and finally putting that, maybe not away, but putting it aside, and finally no longer having to worry about it. Alright guys, this is it for episode 4 season 2. and my first video like this over anime episode reactions. If you guys did enjoy, there's definitely going to be a lot of cuts in this video because there's a lot of talking that I just say or I mess up. So there's definitely a few cuts. Hopefully once I get better at this, those won't have to be there anymore. I can speak more fluidly. But yeah, it's actually Thursday of me recording. I'm probably gonna try another video tonight and post it tomorrow. But tomorrow is also the new Rent a Girlfriend episode, which I want to review because that series, if you've seen it, is actually like annoyingly funny, and it's so much fun to watch. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, consider liking. It actually helped me out, and it just makes me happy to see you guys that actually enjoy this video. If you like videos like this, consider subscribing because this is definitely a series I will keep going no matter no matter how long it takes, because this is definitely the series that will be the longest to record. Also, since I'm a small channel, if you did enjoy this video, consider sharing it with some friends if they like anime too, to check out my thoughts, and we can also talk about it in the comment section below. Anyways guys, my name is Trader Audrey, I love you all, and I'll see you in my next video.